Here is Danny, and today, the Season 6 Easter egg has been solved, so it is time for a full guide. Starting off on Reclaimed, go to E1. Behind the shed there is a receiver you have to interact with. Then go to the wall on the other side at E1 to interact with a skull to paint your mark. Then do the same inside the bunker at D1, it is in the darker corner of the building. The order in which you do the gravity does not matter as long as you have pressed the receiver button. And as last, go outside at the road near C1 at the white container and do the same thing again. To get the first player card, go back to the receiver you started at and interact with it. Now it is time for our class. Once again on the E1 flag, inside the big building behind the desk, you can find receiver number 2. Interact with it and make your way towards the other side of the map. Under the road near the Russian spawn there is a white container on a lorry. Fill in this code where every button corresponds to a number. Starting off with the button entirely on the left, then to the DC one, back to the first one twice, number 2 once, back to number 1 again and number 2, then number 1 twice again, and ending it off at the last button. Button number 4 and 7 remain unused and the door should open. There is some gravity inside and a laptop you can pick up. Do that and then go back to E1 to finish this step of the Easter egg. And the last part is the hardest one. Gather 3 friends who play Battlefield 2042 and get them to stand on one of these places, because there's 4 buttons that need to be pressed in order with a 10-second gap between them. But first, like always, interact with the receiver that you can find right next to the big tower in the building. Okay, the first receiver that has to be pressed is this one on the roof of D1. Then within 10 seconds time, do the one that I was at for my run on the roof at D2. Then you got once again 10 seconds for your friends to pull the one on the roof of the big building. And as last, you got 10 seconds to get the one on the big tower on the right side of the rocket. The flag names may differ a little bit if you are on less gen, something like B1 and B2 most likely. Then when you have done that and the interact button is gone, go to the big facility and on the middle floor you can find a case with a data drive in it. Interact with it again and go back to the receiver to get your deagle skin and charm. There was also a tornado around, as you could see in the b-roll, but no idea if it was part of anything or just a happy little coincidence. A big shout out to the Battlefield Easter egg community. If you need someone to do the Easter egg with, you should probably ask there or on my Discord. But hey, that is all I got for now. Subscribe for more. This was Danny and I see you on the battlefield.